2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from us. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. On defense, the Trailblazers. Shoots. Jackson gets the bucket. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And McCollum with the block. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard fires away from way outside, but they recover it. Powell finds Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He had a nice open look right there.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside Leonard. Passes to Zubac. Outside Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. 5 on the clock. From the stripe. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And Jusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Here's Lillard after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 5.
You know, not a good start for him offensively, just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
George against McCollum. And George kicks to Cousins. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. The shot by Powell, no good. The Clippers in the lead. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Now, here's Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the D.
Pass to Leonard. 1:05 left in the first quarter.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. McCollum passes to Lillard. Lets the three fly. That one, no good.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. Ouch! Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
If someone was there to contest it, it wouldn't have done any good.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Now George. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good with the triple. Portland leading. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Anthony. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard attacking. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
Lillard from deep three-point land. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
Oh, the combination of size and strength, it makes Cousins a tough cover. I mean, overpowered.
McCollum kicks to Kanter. The pass to Simons. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Mann. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. Everly with the ball. Here's Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. A shot by Batum. No good. And it's Anthony top of the key. Back to Jones. That three off the mark. Clippers leading by 4. Down low. Here's Kennard. Cousins with it. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that. It doesn't have to break stride at all thanks to the money lead pass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Passes it to Simons. Back to Anthony. Poked away. They can't stop the run with that one.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Cousins with the bucket.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum to the inside. Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
When you pair Kanter's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Jackson down low. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. To the left wing. Back to Lillard. Over Jackson. Here's Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Rondo against Lillard. Outside Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell with it. George picks him up. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Covington kicks to Lillard. The three. That one's not going to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. It hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And Nurkic with the basket on the assist from Covington. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Rondo dishes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rondo with the steal. In the corner, George with it. Back to Rondo. Inside. Good D by Covington. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that'll do it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Cousins has really been making it happen, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And it's Lillard missing. Los Angeles leading by 9. Morris kicks to Leonard. Trains the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the reflexes are just key. Kawhi is already anticipating that shot before he even gets the ball.
Covington with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
George looking around. There's the pass to Zubac. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 10. Down low. And the basket by McCollum.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
George against McCollum. George passes to Morris. George against McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good from outside. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. McCollum kicks to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Lillard way outside. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting.
McCollum against George. Leonard on the wing. 9 points in the game so far. Back to George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got 7 points.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. A career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
The length Batum has allowing him to be effective. It's hard to match up against in these type of situations.
Up again. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 11. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. From downtown. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
And it's Leonard missing.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Jones, the pass to Lillard.
Can't get anything to fall, but it hasn't gotten him down. I mean, he's still gunning. I guess he's still trying to contribute.
And Batum kicks to Kennard. Leonard. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Right side, Batum. Shoots over Nurkic. 14 feet away, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Leonard. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
He logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. Drills the 3-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 9.
If they give up 3 points on one end, then ask Kennard to get them back. The jumper is pure.
Here's Lillard. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 15 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Beverly looking around. Pass to Kennard. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, They've got McCollum. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Patterson down low, covered by Anthony. Here's Kennard. Comes up empty down low.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Anthony finds McCollum. Pass to Simons. Jones in the post. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint, here's Mann. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Oh, as good as he is at creating his own shot, Kennard is also a solid distributor. Doesn't miss the open man when he spots him.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Takes it from 10. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And here's Beverly. The pass to Cousins. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Patterson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And here's McCollum for 3. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Patterson. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Moving it up. Pass to Simons. Out to the right wing. Nurkic in the post. Patterson's there. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Nurkic. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Floats it up for Cousins. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the basket by Jones. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Passes it to Kennard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Kennard embraces any opportunity he gets to nail important shots.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And again, Portland running the court in transition. That one from long range.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Jackson against Lillard. Pass to Zubac. The shot from the low post is good. And the Clippers lead by 3.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. The rebound by Paul George. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Jackson. Outside, George. Wide open look. Powell pulls it in. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And Lillard gets it to go.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Leonard attacking.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
And Lillard gets double teamed. A good look from McCollum. Morris with the rebound. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now George. From deep. Off on that one. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally. And the injury reports for both teams, players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Harrison. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Here is Porter. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc, cans it from downtown.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
George against Porter. Here's the 3. The putback and the second chance effort by Jackson.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Back to George. Nice D from Porter.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Passes it to McGee. It's stolen. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Oh,
wow. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Here's Harrison. McGee trying to break free. And that one's good, Harrison.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Jackson looking around. The pass to Oturu. Outside for George. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Pass to Jokic. And it's Denver scoring again.
You know, since his rookie year, Jokic's confidence has really grown. I mean, he's gotten extremely comfortable with his jump shot now.
Outside, George. To the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now, here's Porter. He's got 5 from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him.
Oh, what a dunk!
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
Harrison passes to Jokic. From the top of the key. And it falls over the rim and in. Jokic has got his second basket of the game. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now, here is George. Oturu, the pass to Leonard. Over Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And that one's good by Porter. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Leonard. From deep. It's not going to go for him. And Denver the other way now. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off target from three-point range. Clippers trail by 3. Here's George. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
There's Harrison outside Gordon. Shoots the three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets ahead, up 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Harrison out there with Morris. Then there's Bull. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Harrison. Passes it to Bull. Shot clock at 6. Millsap misses.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Morris, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Beverly with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Count that one.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Denver in the lead. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Morris outside. Now the pass to Najee. This one for 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here they come. Here's Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Here's Najee. Rivers passes to Najee. 5 on the clock. Here's Bull. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Clippers in the lead. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Mann. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside for Rondo. Down low. Cousins inside. He's against Jokic. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Harrison. Count the basket.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Rondo looking around. There's the dish to Cousins. pass to Rondo. Outside, Batum. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Batum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. Pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Cousins. Goes up. And the rejection by Cousins. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Jokic has got the game tied up here for Denver.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Outside Rondo. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And here's the break. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Here's Jokic. 6 points for him. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Leonard the pass to George. And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 8.
I love the activity. George is not just a perimeter player, folks. You can depend on him down low, too.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Jokic. From outside the arc. No good that time. Here's George. It's all tied in Denver. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a... And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward position.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it. But they don't want to chance that again.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
Now Morris. 90 seconds now into the second half. To the paint. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Jokic.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Leonard looking around. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets shooting well, 50% from the floor.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
It's stolen by Morris. They get a hand on it. Hole with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The pass to Jokic. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Boy, the mobility of Jokic, very impressive. This guy gets to the basket well for a big man.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Zubac. He's off on that one. Good defense by Jokic. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The shot. It's good from inside. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Oturu, the pass to Zubac. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Millsap kicks to Harrison. Porter looking it over. To the inside. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
First one falls for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. So he gets them both. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 1-point game. 36 seconds left in the third. Here's McGee. Morris with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Porter against Morris. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Beverly for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Paul Millsap out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. It's Najee in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. 6 to shoot. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Outside, Batum misses the 3. Denver leading by 3. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Denver shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And contact on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Cousins against Jokic. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
Kennard against Millsap. Jokic with the steal. Gordon inside. Kicks the bowl. Jokic inside. Covered by Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Jokic passes to Gordon. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 5. And here we go. Here's Cousins. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And here's George. Pass to Leonard to take the lead. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Gordon goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
George against Millsap. And he comes up with the deuce.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Rivers against Jackson. Jokic. It's good on the putback.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
Here's George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Jackson to take the lead. And there's the nice layup by George. 16 points for Paul George. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Boy, and just look at what Leonard is doing.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Rivers. Up again. Good. And that shot brings them to within just one.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Oturu. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Denver calls timeout. They're down by 1. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Right side, Porter. Oh, off target. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter's out there with Harrison. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the center position. And for Portland, The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Jones in at the 3.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Lillard the pass to Kanter. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Lillard misses. The Nuggets now on offense. Here's Gordon. He can't hit that time. Good D by Jones. Lillard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Pass to Jokic. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's McCollum. Lillard outside. For 3. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Lillard operating with smoothness there makes the defender overcommit, and when you're out of position, you end up fouling. For
the Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Giles. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Rivers comes in for Porter. Here's Rivers. Millsap has the open look. No good on the 3. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Portland leading. Lillard outside. Portland again missing. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Harrison passes to Green. Here's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Now here's Powell. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Lillard against Millsap. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Gordon against Lillard. For the 3. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Now Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Harrison, covered by Lillard. Green. Almost, but it rolls out.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's Simons. Back to Anthony from the baseline. Not going to go that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Millsap passes to Harrison. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Simons. Portland moving the ball around. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. JaVale McGee comes in for Green. And Morris subbed in for Harrison.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Here's Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Good on both. It's stolen by Morris. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Portland out in front, leading. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Paul Millsap out there with Porter. And it's Rivers, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. The shot by Powell, no good. Stolen by Cantor. Down low, here's Nurkic. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Morris against McCollum. Here's Bol. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
McGee with the block. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. He dishes it to Bol. Outside Millsap. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Nice take from Millsap there, forcing the defense's hand, literally, on that drive.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Powell dishes to McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Rivers against Powell. Rivers passes to McGee. Count it.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Jones against Millsap. Here's Giles. Powell, the pass to Giles. No good from 11 feet.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Lillard's checked in for Powell. On the wing, Porter. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the paint. Najee passes to Harrison. Just 5 to shoot. Gordon outside. And another miss by Denver. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Back to Jones. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes both free throws. Here's Harrison. And there's the pass to Najee. over Jones. Najee, good. Najee's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Nobody near Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Stolen by Gordon. Porter finds Jokic. On the wing, Gordon. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Lillard. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Jokic has got the lead up to 2 now for Denver. Lillard surveying the D. Cantor inside. Passes to Jones. Here's Giles. Kicks it out to Jones. Clock at 4. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in. Pass to Najee. Back to Morris. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Najee, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And that one's good. Jokic.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Lillard outside. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Count it from 12. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
And a close. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. And one of the strengths of this Denver. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles, and it's Jones in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. On the wing, Porter. He's guarded by McCollum. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got his first 2 points. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Here's Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, Kanter with a hustle play there, making more of an effort to beat the defense down the floor in transition.
Harrison scanning the floor. Good, nice job down low. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Count it. Lillard's got 9 points.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half, coming out on fire.
Here's Harrison. Castanaggi. And here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Austin Rivers in for Harrison. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
There's the pass to Bull. Fires from deep. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Morris against Lillard. Morris inside. Good work defensively by Lillard. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Back to Powell. Fires the 3. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And Portland making a change here. Simons is checked in. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And here is Morris. At the top of the key, Millsap. In the corner, Bull with it. Outside for Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And Anthony gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There, you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Covington kicks to Powell. Back to Covington. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Trailblazers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department for the Nuggets. Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bull. And it's Michael Porter in for Morris. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. 20 seconds left to play here in the third. Green with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. And Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 10 points.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
It's all tied in Portland. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic. Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. It's Najee in at the 5. For 3, Millsap. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, McCollum is pretty deft at changing speeds, and that time he did it driving to the rim.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Porter comes in for Shaquille Harrison. Rivers against McCollum. Porter looking it over. Here's Rivers. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Portland leading. Here's Giles. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Cantor. That shot off. Good defense by Jokic. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And the Nuggets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Here's Jokic. Over Giles. Second chance shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from McGee. The Trailblazers shooting 43% from the field. Lillard against Gordon. Out left to the wing. Here's Giles. Back to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the 3, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
Rivers can't get it to go.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And here's McCollum for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 5-point Portland lead.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Rivers dishes to McGee. Kicks it to Gordon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. From 8, Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
It's deflected. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish.
He's a scorer and stepping up this time. Cantor with a big one.
The Nuggets trail by 4. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Rivers kicks to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now McCollum. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by, and he makes that one.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Rivers against Lillard. Rivers passes to McGee. Now, here's Jokic. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Derek Jones. Lillard up top, defended by Gordon. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Let's go. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And McCollum's pace hasn't changed even under pressure.
Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Nurkic finds Powell. Now McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Porter. Back to Lillard. From 15 feet away. And Portland again with the bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
It's Porter outside. No good on the shot. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at center. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Now, here's Nurkic. The feed to Powell. Leonard with the steal. It's Jackson with the drive. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
Nobody near Lillard. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Morris kicks to Jackson. And stolen by Lillard. Covington with it. Leonard picks him up. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
3 straight misses to begin the game. Not the start they were hoping for.
Morris trying to free himself up.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got his second bucket. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lillard attacking. Count it. Good.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And here are the Clippers. They're on a 10-2 run here. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Inside, Zubac. Great D that time from Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. George with no one around. Had the space there, but it's offline. And here's Portland. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here is George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. George has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Now here's Leonard. 6 points for him. And here's George for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. Powell down low. He's against Morris. Powell, that's good.
Well, you don't want to see Norman Powell settling for outside looks. Love when he goes to work down deep.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
McCollum outside. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
you got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
They've got Ennis Cantor. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Cantor trying to free himself up. Nice D from Cousins.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Jones the pass to Simons. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Cantor dishes to Anthony. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Batum with the ball. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Anthony. Here's Cantor. Anthony right side. He drains it from the right block.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Now here's Rondo. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Kennard. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Hands checked in. Trailblazers trail by 8. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And it's Simons missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Batum kicks to Kennard. Batum against Jones. Batum, good. Batum's got 4 this quarter.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, this is Ennis Cantor's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
Beverly against McCollum. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And the dunk by Zubac.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively, because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Lillard way outside. Portland again missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Leonard gets it to go. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lillard outside. From deep, the long-distance 3 is buried.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Covington against Batum. Kennard. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul. For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Little comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Derek Jones in for Anfernee Simons. Lillard misses.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies, my goodness.
And here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And we know Patrick Beverly is one of those guys. You love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverly has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq. And that should...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And yes, it's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the pass to Zubac. Back to George. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now Lillard. He's got 5. McCollum trying to get open. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Jackson finds Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
In the corner, it's Little. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to George. Jackson against Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. Jackson passes to Zubac. Shoots over Cantor. Here's Leonard. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Cantor. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Jackson looking around. Pass to Zubats. Takes the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats. A different look now for Portland. Anthony's checked in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Little. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Lillard against Rondo. And he lays it straight in. Rondo's got his first points of the game.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Didn't think that was going to go in.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Clippers leading by 15. Rondo passes to Leonard. Zubats against Cantor. And the dunk by Zubats.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Offensive rebound. Powell for 3. He can't get it to go. The Clippers go the other way with it. 1:14 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
George finds Rondo. Back to George. Over McCollum. And it's George missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the basket by McCollum.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Outside Leonard. Down low. Zubats kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris, no good. To the inside. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 11 points in the quarter.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. 13 points up at the end of the period. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Clippers leading by 13. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Cousins, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
How about the power that Boogie Cousins brings to the table? Tough matchup for any defender.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And Cousins drops them both. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. He feeds it to Nurkic. Outside, Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Cousins. And here's Kennard. 6 to shoot. Man passes to Batum. Over Jones. A shot by Batum. No good. Powell, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Clippers leading by 13, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Now here's Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Floats it up for Cousins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, you've got to have a rim runner, and DeMarcus Cousins filling the role beautifully.
Down low. Powell, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Beverly. Not a lot of room. Jones drives in. That one goes. Count it. Jones has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
The pass to Batum. And Jones sends it back. And here's the fast break. Here's Simons. And it's off from 3-point range. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. That's a 2 from Kennard. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Covington. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
Clippers leading by 9. Pass to Kennard. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Man passes to Batum to the middle. Just his first attempt. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Kennard. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
George dishes to Jackson. Inside, Morris. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Morris with the ball. Working on Nurkic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Lillard from outside. That one doesn't go. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sport. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Porter. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And here is Morris. Pass to Bol. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Here's George. Michael Porter making his last shot. George passes to Leonard. Up and in on the layup.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The high post shot, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here is George. To the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Jokic. Now Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the athleticism Gordon has poses so many problems for defenders, especially when he's looking to score from there.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And George, here we go. Outside for Jackson. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Morris against Jackson. Bold dishes to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. From 7. And no problem from Bowl as he finishes at the rim.
Yeah, inside, Bowl does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Leonard looking over the floor. Shoots from the high post. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Porter. Down low. Here's Jokic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Morris against Jackson. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Morris. The Nuggets trail by 5. Pushing it up. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Nuggets also changing it up. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Morris. It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. 1:05 left to play in the first. Harrison scanning the floor. Inside. Porter in the corner. Basket counts. Porter's got his second basket.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. Here's Oturu. Bucket is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Porter. That one goes in. Porter's got 6.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Here's Beverly. It's a 5-point game. To the inside and stolen by Gordon. It's tipped. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Clippers ahead. They lead. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Patrick Beverly out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's Kennard in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Rondo, guarded closely. Batum, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Harrison. Lays it up off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. 3-point lead. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Rivers has got the ball. They grab their own miss. And McGee kicks to Rivers. Back to McGee. 5 to shoot. Another shot. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Kennard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
Beverly against Rivers. McGee hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Outside Rondo. Out to Morris. Takes a 3. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Morris has got 5 now.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. Najee passes to McGee. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
To the middle. Here's Morris. Makes it off the glass. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the 3-point line.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Austin Rivers.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Batum finds Beverly. To the paint. Here's Oturu. Pass to Batum. Oturu. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Morris into the lane. McGee's shot is off.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
for the Nuggets. Bowl, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Michael Porter in for Shaquille Harrison. Jackson against Morris. Jackson passes to Leonard. Outside for George.
Come to me, come to me.
The pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Morris inside. Jackson on him. Here's Jokic. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Jokic with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. George looking around. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. 3-pointer. And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. Amped up and ready off the tip. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So on the floor for Denver, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Porter. And it's Bowl in at the 5 spot. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Pass to Leonard. That's tipped. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from George. Leonard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. And stolen by Bowl. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Lets it fly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. George with the bounce pass. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. Morris with the ball. On the wing, Gordon. Green taking his time here. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Morris for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove. Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now, here's George. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can. Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bol, he's checked in for Green. Millsap comes in for Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Yep, it counts. Rivers has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Rondo, he kicks to George. Pass to Oturu. That shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Rivers. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And now just a 4-point Clipper lead. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside, George. Offside Rondo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rondo's got his first bucket in this one. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Rivers has got the ball. Millsap kicks the ball. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. Here's Bol. And the shot goes in.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Inside, shoots from the line, and Nicholas Batum the bucket on the assist by Beverly.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Harrison, defended by Batum, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Patrick Beverly. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Oturu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Patterson can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Porter. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Beverly. Passes it to Kennard. To the inside. Here's Oturu. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And here's Morris for 3. Sinks the triple. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. It's going to be Jokic shooting. That's on Patrick Patterson.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Morris outside. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Right side, Gordon. He feeds it to McGee. Morris with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Kennard. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
And an excellent pass by Morris. A guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. That free throw, good from Kennard. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Morris against Jackson. Outside, Porter. Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 11 feet away. And the shot is long. Clippers leading by 7. Poked loose. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Millsap comes in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Jokic kicks to Millsap. Bangs home the trifecta. Millsap's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Outside Leonard. The baseline J. And he hits the jump shot.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Here's Harrison. Now the feed to McGee. Got it. Good job in the low post. That's 12 points for JaVale McGee.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's Leonard. And no good that time. Gordon with the defensive effort. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. The putback. It's good on the putback. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Outside, George. And good that time. And the Clippers lead by 4.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Stolen by Jackson. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And finished off by Leonard.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Millsap. Lets it go with a 3. The offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Millsap against George. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends it. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
Two shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on. And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
15 seconds left in the fourth. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Down low, and stolen by Cousins. They're running. Leonard with no one around, and it falls.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance.
Nestled among the peaks of... And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Nurkic, and it's Cantor in at the 5, down low. And for Denver, they've got Porter. Cole is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Jokic in at the center. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Jokic against Cantor, 6 on the shot clock. Jokic draws the double. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end, effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And it's the Trail Blazers with the ball. Here's Lillard. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Jokic.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Lillard. Cantor finds Jones. Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, Jokic grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And here is Morris, following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. Outside Gordon. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Cantor. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Lillard. Over Gordon. And it's Lillard missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
First free throw is good. And the Nuggets with some changes. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Monte Morris. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. Gordon against Lillard. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Here's Simons after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Giles is checked in. Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons, uncovered. Harrison with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now here's Porter. Defense right on him. Jokic kicks to Porter. And it's in there. Porter's got his second bucket.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Harrison. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Porter. Shoots over Powell. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Trailblazers trail by 3. Passes to Giles. Here's Simons. And that one hits back iron. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Powell for 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Here's Harrison to the paint. Here's Bull. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Here's Simons. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Here's Covington after Austin Rivers score. Outside Millsap. Rivers in the corner. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist. Rivers has got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
Here's Simons. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy. Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
Here's Simons. Jones. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Harrison scanning the floor. Castanagi. Inside. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Here's Rivers. Drops in the layup for 2. Rivers has got 7 points.
And Simons a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The crafty veteran likes seeing Millsap be aggressive and really force the defense to get physical.
Morris is checked in for Harrison. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Great positioning on the putback.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 7. Millsap has the open look. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Cantor kicks to Jones. Lillard from deep three-point land. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's now only a 1-point Nugget lead. Rivers against Nurkic. Rivers passes to McGee from inside. And it's in off the backboard. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Morris with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here is Lillard. He has 5. Pass to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. On deep. Miss number 6 for him. He's made 2 of his 8 attempts. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Morris looking over the floor. He kicks the ball to the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And Jokic drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And the pass to Nurkic. He feeds it to Cantor. Gordon against Lillard. And that one drops. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. Cullen passes to Lillard. Launches it. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 3-point Denver lead.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offense.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
They've got Bol. Michael Porter's out there with Morris. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And the basket by McCollum.
He's a volume three-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Morris dishes the Bol. Nurkic with the block. Here's McCollum.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You know, if you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely start to happen. It shows you what happens when you put in the work.
Porter with it. Passes it to Jokic. And the layup is good. Jokic has got the game tied up here for Denver.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And even though he's 6'3", McCollum is still capable of dunking it on. You can't forget about his athleticism.
Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
For the Nuggets, Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Bol. And it's Harrison in for Morris. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Kicks it out to Gordon to stop the run. Millsap, Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Nurkic can't hit.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Rivers kicks to Harrison. To the wing on the left. McGee, the pass to Rivers. Outside for Millsap. No good on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum outside. Pass to Simons. Kicks it out to McCollum. The 3. Rebounded by McGee.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Given McGee's explosiveness around the rim, I don't think that anyone should be surprised to see him throw it down like that.
Collin passes it to Nurkic. Here's Harrison. Banked in off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Portland lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's McCollum. Not a lot of room. And he finishes nicely on the layup. McCollum's got 12.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Rivers passes to Najee. He gets that one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Rivers. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. So both teams changing it up here. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Rivers. 7 points in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Trailblazers up 4. And when we return... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They lead by 4. On the floor for Portland. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Lillard in at the point.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
He throw good, Damian Lillard.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of all-star selections. I mean, in seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
Outside Gordon. Rivers passes to McGee. To the paint. Portland grabs the miss. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Little kicks to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. McGee trying to break free. Rivers can't get it to go. Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Lillard dishes to Covington. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played, and that one good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Shoots over Covington, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut back down to single digits on a much-needed basket there from Jokic. The Trailblazers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Lillard against Gordon. Covington wide open. He fires. The shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. Here's Jokic. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 9. Ahead. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Lillard. Kanter's got his first 2 points.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The first one falls.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Trailblazers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Guarded by Porter. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 to shoot. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 9. Now Rivers. Here's Jokic. Bank shot, no good. The Trailblazers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Millsap attacking.
Way to attack there off the dribble. Millsap showing great instincts and getting to the rack.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Lillard gets it to go.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And here's Millsap from the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Millsap's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really, over the last 2 years, Millsap has really improved that outside shot. Now capable of stretching the defense.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Robert Covington. Jones against Millsap. Nurkic kicks to Jones. Portland needs to get off a shot. Jokic with the steal. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. One-on-one here. Here's Nurkic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
And Millsap, here we go.
Millsap going for the W. He's looking focused.
Lillard against Gordon. Kicks it out to Jones. And Lillard gets double teamed. It's Jones on the wing. He dishes it to Nurkic. Over Bull. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Morris is checked in for Austin Rivers. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. The second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Gordon lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Free throw good. Gordon. can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Jokic.
And it's all about the three right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.